Hello there, Aquarius. This is your monthly tarot reading for February 2021. This will be an intuitive reading, and the deck I use focuses mostly on personal and spiritual development. How I'm going to be doing this reading this month is I'm going to lay down 4 cards, one for each week of February, for the overall energies of those weeks, and then I'll come back through with 3 more cards, one for beginning, middle, and end week for each of them, and then we'll top it all off with an oracle card. So let's go ahead and get started. Universe, what does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know? Ooh, there it is. They were getting all jumbled and trying to fly out. There's a message for you, Aquarius. The first week, 10 of Cups, prosperity. Second week, 8 of Wands, shift. The third week, overall energies, the 3 of Discs, works. And the fourth week is the truth, speak. Okay. For this 10 of Cups prosperity, this week we get the Way, pray, the Moon, introspection, and Queen of Swords, perceptive. For the second week with the 8 of Wands shift, we have the Princess of Discs, transmute, the Hanged Man, surrender, and the Lover's marriage card. Okay, by third week, 3 of Discs, we have resurrection, evolution, the 5 of Swords, conflict, and the two of Swords, peace. And for the final week, we have the King of Wands, audacious, the Queen of Cups, reflective, and the Child, possibilities. Okay, so you run into a little every week is dotted with a lot of internal work. Okay, Aquarius, I mean, I know you're a water sign, and water signs run deep, so this might just be a common theme with you, Aquarius. I don't know many Aquariuses. Being a Leo, we just don't seem to vibe very well. But I know that my stepfather is an Aquarius as well, and I know Aquarius are very technical, very upfront. So for the beginning week here, the overall energy is prosperity. Prosperity is yours. Happiness is attainable. This is your goal. This is the energy that you're running off. So the beginning of the week is the way. Pray. You know what way you want to take your finances. You know what way you want to take your relationships. And this is really kind of speaking it out loud. Okay? Speaking out loud. This is my manifestation card. When I see this card, it says speak. There's also one on here, this one, that says speak. This is going to be a higher self speaking, speaking to self, and this is going to be a speaking externally into your environment. So there's a lot of manifestation through vocal activity, whether internal talk or external talk. You need both to balance it out. So you're going to have both here in this month. I mean, this month is really just like anything that needed attention gets attention, anything that needed to be healed gets healed, any conflict needs to be overcome gets overcome, and then the new possibilities towards the end. But let's continue. By midweek, you're going through the Moon introspective stage. Okay, so this is going to your core. This is going back to where your hurts were and how you cope and resolve yourself through issues that crop up in your life. This is also maybe a returning of an energy that resembles something that you disliked as a child. So this is just a lot of inward reflection coming with this prosperity, because this is going to be the new way for you to feel, and we can hold on to a lot of negative associations with money. You know, like really look at your association with money when it comes to this. The end of the week here is the Queen of Swords, perceptive. So you know the way you wanted to go. You're telling yourself that you want to do it. What do you need to get over with yourself, to heal with yourself? It could be the sense of doubt, also, you know, the connection with money. But by the end of the week, you're really looking at things through a more mental sphere, because you healed in this emotional sphere, okay, and psychological sphere. So now you're being more perceptive about, this is what I truly want from these situations. This is what will give me that sense of prosperity, money aside, you know. But then you go into the Queen of Swords here. You're looking over your money, coming up from your money, and handling family struggle. I get a lot of family attachment here in relationships. You're very, very, very tied in with the moods and energies of those that are around you, for sure. But this is going to be you reflecting on the best way to rise above your situation, to handle what your family needs and your close-knit community, and being into that position to be the most supportive and to make the most change towards the end of the week. So this is going back and really going inside and seeing what matters the most, you know. By second week, you're going through the shift energy, and this is shifting towards your happiness. You know, you got that sense of prosperity coming now. You're shifting yourself with healing here towards moving towards happiness. The first part of the week, you've got the transmute card, the Princess of Discs here, and this is going to be taking what you desire most and bringing it to light, bringing it out in the open, to be worked on, to be created. Exactly what you were telling yourself up here, this is what you're going to be creating in your environment now. You're going to be speaking this, you're going to be changing the energies so that it's more in alignment with what you are desiring. By midweek, it's the Hanged Man. Yes, we still have storms we have to weather, and no, it's not taken care of immediately, and we're just going to have to wait it through, okay? This is just a waiting through period. Almost every single person has gotten this Hanged Man, or almost every single sign has gotten the Hanged Man in their readings, and right at the second week too. So this is going to be a common theme for everybody, okay? So this is just going to be a wait, weather the storm, and pass it through, because by the end of the week you got the Lovers here, and that has to deal with contracts, soulmates. Okay, so I mean, this is reading two ways to me. All right. When it comes to your relationship with your significant other, one way would be that you guys have been really stressed out. You've snapped at each other and this, that, and the other, and you've had these conflicting times with each other, and you're holding a lot of unnecessary burden, unnecessary responsibility in some situations, replaying it through your head. I should have done this, I should have done that, you know. And this is just, the Nine of Swords is about beating yourself up. It's about sleepless nights and stress. And now here with that, you got the Chariot, this motion, this moving towards this new eon and advancement in this whole area. So if you were having stress-induced conflict with your loved one, okay, this is it changing around. If you were worried about how a legal matter is going to turn out in your favor and you've been stressing over that, well, quick news is coming and you're going to have advancement in that area too. If you're going through a divorce, you know, and you're going to find that the movement with the paperwork and financial issues that you've been worried about, that's coming to a completion. So whatever this was that you were beating yourself up about, you know, whether it's relationships, finances, contracts, jobs, career, and worried and stressed about, there's going to be a lot of movement in that area, and it's creating the eon, which is the advancement. So you're going to be moving out of that situation, out of that worry and stressful environment towards this new type of soul alignment completion, you know, advancement, completing all of this struggle and setting that aside and advancing to the next step. So everything that's been held back, everything that seemed like it was just too anxious, causing and stressing you out, we got a movement to advancement through this. So we're getting a lot of word, we're getting a lot of action, we're getting a lot of paperwork, we're getting this, that, and the other going through. If you have contracts, jobs, business, loans, and the like. Coming into the third week, it's the works. So definitely investment in these areas. Now you're focused on rebuilding or building stronger, building back better than it was before. So the beginning of the week, you have resurrection, evolution. This was changing things in your favor to ensure that you were building something strong, and that's going to create a conflict. So let me see what this conflict is about. Someone doesn't support what you want to do for a living. That's what I'm getting here. How you're turning the energies, you're like, I'm going to do this with this. And they're like, no. And you're like, well, I don't care. And then you just have that spat. It comes on quick and tempers flared. And it doesn't matter whether you were right or wrong. You're both going to suffer some sort of karmic defeat here because actually the conflict is internal. So you're going to be bouncing off of this person that seems like they're solid in what they say when really they are just hurt and scared on the inside. And that's just how they present themselves, and that's how we all do. We all present ourselves from what we hold on the inside and what we know and can experience from. So this is just going to be like, look, this is about what I want to do. I'm going to let you in on what I'm going to do because this is focusing on my stability, and it could even be, if it's not an actual person, it could be what you're wanting to do is in conflict to what you do already and what you thought would bring you stability. But you're realizing that, this is what I am supposed to be doing. This is for me, And by the end of the week, you're going to be sitting in the Two of Swords, which is just contemplation, okay? Don't get stuck here. But this is just going internally and seeing that everything is fitting and flowing as it should with your money and your love and abundance and following your gut on it. It's beautiful. There you are. There you are. You come out and you're like, yes! Coming from here over to here. It was just following your gut, knowing that is what you're going to have is abundance. I'm sorry about that. My eldest, she woke up and had to go potty. At this final week here, it's going to be speak your truth. So you would already reveal, and you're like, this is what I want to do here, and it was like, ah, and you're like, whatever, I'm going to follow my gut because I know what I want, and it's going to bring abundance, and I'm going to follow my intuition because it's led me to this point so far. So this is going to be speaking your truth. It doesn't matter who's going to hear it because you're absolutely bound and determined to achieve, and you've been looking. Midweek, you'll be reflective of your environment in which the best ways to take your focus, put your energies, and to make the best of the resources you have. Because at the end of the week, you're focused on all the new possibilities that you have at your disposal now. Just tapping around there when it comes to your money, the will of flow fortune. There's a lot of money coming for you, and it's going to resolve a lot of stress in your life, which will help in repairing some relationships and advancing and achieving lucrative financial goals for sure. So let's go ahead and finish this with an oracle card. Here you have flow. Okay. To be open means to flow, not to hold yourself rigid in fear and resistance. Your true nature is openness. You do not have to achieve it, for you are already open. It is the mind that is closed, locked into certain belief systems that arise from your conditioned experience. As we were saying, the conflict, conditioned experience. The open heart is open to all experiences, for the wisdom of your heart knows that at the center of all experience is love. If you are searching for serenity, security, prosperity, and to be loved, know it already exists. All you have to do is feel it and see it. As you do, the old illusions fueled by outdated beliefs and thought patterns will dissolve, and your energy will transcend, moving you towards more of who you are. Feel the flow. Awesome. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you for this month. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, check out my other videos. And I want to keep up on your story, so if this resonates with you and as it happens, I mean like real time, hit me in those comments. I'm I always respond. I love hearing from you guys, and I will see you again.